Hey guys, it's me, Carrie, and I realized that I talk a fair amount about my junk journal, and I haven't shared a junk journaling video in quite a while. So I thought I would give you guys a little peek at one of mine so you'd know what the heck I was talking about. I have been so unhappy lately, like beyond depressed, beyond miserable, beyond despairing, just I feel like a broken person, which I pretty much always feel like, but it's been really intense lately and I'm struggling hard. And even just doing something like junk journaling, which brings me so much joy typically, has really been hard. It's literally just so hard to do, even though I have the stuff literally at the foot of my bed. I'm on my bed right now, down there at the foot of my bed in that plastic container, and there's other, you can see some cards and stuff underneath. That's some of the materials I used to junk journal with. I'm going to show you this little white box, the stuff that's in here. This stuff is literally like, here's my hand, there's the stuff, and I can't even motivate myself to do it because I just don't want to do anything. It's all I can do to just wake up and take a shower and brush my teeth. And most days, more often than not, I'm not even putting on clothes lately. I just stay in my PJs and switch out to new PJs every few days. But I did a little junk journaling today, and I was kind of proud of that, even though it was just a little itty bitty bit. So I thought, why not show you guys? So I love these particular books. They're K& Company. They're called Smash Books. My girlfriend Billy got me into these. She sent me one a few years ago, and that started the whole joy and fun of doing this. And it's actually a really great way for me to make use of all the little bits and baubles and random odds and ends that I just keep hoarded and generally haven't done much with. It's great for stickers. It's great for ticket stubs from, whatever, a movie, a theme park, all these things we're not doing right now. But a menu from a restaurant you go to, like a takeout menu, I like to use gift cards because sometimes the designs on them are so cute. So I'm just going to dive in and show you because I'm babbling. This particular one, they all have like themes, these Smash books. This one is like a baby themed one, and I think I got it at a yard sale for like $1, which was crazy because these sell for so much more. This is just a little info. You can read this if you want to pause and read what all that says. I think that's standard in all the different books. And then you get, a blank page, but it's decorative paper, so it's kind of gets you started. There again is a little more information, just K& Company Smash. Shows you how they make it for the moments and musings that stick. And it just started out with this little page here. Cute never had it so good. And I just stuck that little kitty cat sticker, and I may just leave that page just like that. And this, by the way, doesn't come with the Smash books, but Billy sent me one with the book that she sent me, and I found other ones since that were like really cheap, again at a yard sale, I think. One end of this is a glue stick, and this end is a pen. It's like a black marker. And I don't use these a whole lot, to be honest. I prefer a tape runner. I used to buy these at AC Moore, but now that AC Moore's out of business, I'm going to have to go to Michael's or Joann's or whatever and hopefully find them with coupons. But I like the Sturris brands. They're not refillable, but usually you can get, you used to be able to go to AC Moore and get like I think it was a 6-pack for, I want to say they were like $12 or $15, but then I would use the 50% off coupon, so it made it much more reasonable. And you literally just pop off the end of this, which I'm not going to be able to do, lefty, and you literally just run it down the page, and it's double-sided sticky, and it's more like tape than glue. It's not tape, it is glue. It is technically an adhesive, but it's so easy to work with. You don't get any lumps. It's just easier than glue for me, so I love to use those. But anyway, a lot of this I've worked on over the past couple years. It's not new. This was at Starbucks a while back, last year, maybe the year before. I don't know if all the Starbucks were doing this, but they had these little, at one point it was just, I think, like a bulletin board, and then like at the holidays, like at fall time, they changed it to an actual pumpkin, and people would write on these little post-its. There were stacks of post-it paper and pens, and you could just write something motivational or uplifting and leave it either on the bulletin board or the pumpkin for other people. And when they eventually got rid of that, I asked them, I said, would it be okay if I have a bunch of those post-its? I would really like to do a craft with them if you haven't tossed them yet. And they checked with the manager and they're like, we have them right here. They're all stuck together. We were going to toss them eventually. You're more than welcome. So I just took like a pile of them, and I still have a lot more in this bag, which is part of my junk journaling bag. I used to, my friends, former friends and I used to go to Ocean City, Maryland all the time, and we used to say that we were the Friends girls. I was Rachel, and one of them was Monica, and one of them was Phoebe. So I found that recently, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But inside this bag of all this random stuff, you can see I have tons more of Starbucks Post-its, tons and tons and tons. And I just saved ones that I thought were particularly meaningful, or honestly, if I just liked the person's handwriting, I am going to work with those in future junk journals, but I used a few here. And then I just took some stickers that I had that were motivational, and obviously I was in a much better headspace. And just says Presh, you know, whatever. You could put a baby picture, I guess, over there if you were doing this as a baby book, but I am not. So, and then I took some Starbucks gift cards, and because, again, they are so cute, I wanted to stick with the whole Starbucks theme. I stuck these in because they were motivational too. And as you can see, this paper is just, you know, pre-decorated. I didn't add paper. I didn't add anything. You know, it's just each page has its own print on it. So it makes the junk journal really fun to work with. Then this page, I just literally left as it was. A is for amazing and antelope. And I may add something to it. I may just leave it plain. This one, I just legit took stickers and nothing but stickers and did a bunch of motivational quotes on here. This video is probably going to be kind of long. I apologize in advance if you're not into that. But if you are, then you're in for a treat, I guess. This was some toys and clothing items and just little tags from things. Like that's another thing you can use as tags or packaging materials from things that you buy. The little cowgirl and the little girl jumping rope here, that's part of the paper, but the rest of these are either stickers or packaging materials that I just kind of threw on. And it's just, you know, little funsy things. Like my friend Kimberly sent me this baby glowworm who actually lives right next to my bed. I have it right beside me. And I squeeze my little glowworm when I'm sad. And it makes me feel better and think of Kimberly and her little girl Zaya, who I love to pieces. And that was just the packaging from the world's smallest glowworm. And I'm like, well, how cute is that? So we'll add that. This was from a little blind bag that I got. That was a little fortune cookie with some bracelets inside. This was from, I think this is actually from a plush that I got out of the crane machine at Dave & Buster's. This fingerlings might have been from something like that too. Just a sticker. The rest of this is just stickers. This is actually from Scooby-Doo stamps that I bought. You know how if you buy the sheet, sometimes it'll have a design on the side. Why not make use of it? I love this cat. I feel like I got this cat sticker on a card from my friend Mary Ellen. I'm not positive, but this feels like a Mary Ellen sticker. Then this one just said, feed me and make it snappy. Again, it works for baby, but it works for any human that likes to eat. And I certainly do. So again, just it can be as simplistic as you want with a sticker. With the junk journal. You can literally just make it stickers if you want to. I don't like to write a lot of things. I don't really care for my handwriting. So I took a bunch of these Lisa Frank stickers, some from another company, just all different fun foods. These were from Trader Joe's. This is from an amazing cider mill in Mystic that I love, Mystic, Connecticut. They put these on their bottles of cider, and they bottle them right there in their little factory. So I said, would you mind could I just get one of the stickers still on the backing? And they said, sure. So I added that to my album. And that's a memory. It's a souvenir for my trip, and it's a place I love to go, and it makes me smile when I look at it. So there's another set of pages. These are obviously not done yet. I just skip around and I go to whatever paper speaks to me. This one, I couldn't even tell you. Like, I hopefully haven't had my best day ever yet. But we'll see. You know, we'll figure out something to put in there eventually. Now this one just hanging in my crib, like, okay, that could work for me. But for the baby here, I don't know. I don't have a baby. I'm not going to have a baby. I don't know if I'm going to leave that page the way it is, or, you know, I mean, what might be fun would just be to like draw a little word bubble and have the baby saying something profane, because that's my style. Who knows? I may do something like that. We'll see. But you make it work. Adaptations. B is for beautiful and bicycle. Obviously, I haven't done these pages yet. This made me so happy. I did this election night and I was like trying to will things to go the way I wanted to. If you are on the other side, feel free to just ignore these pages, but I was super stoked. I left a little bit of space. I am so upset because my friend Angie sent me a voting sticker from Ohio, but unfortunately, by mistake, I guess, she stuck the sticker on the flat side of the paper instead of the waxy side, because I think she had put it on something and then peeled it back off and meant to put it on the wax paper. But because it's on the flat side of the paper, the tape runner will not stick to the wax part. So I have not been able to figure out a way to glue that sticker in here. I left space and I wanted to add it. I did not get a voting sticker this year because I voted early with my husband and they weren't available yet. I know some states people got them. Here's an I voted early, but we actually did the absentee ballots and just dropped them off at the box. But I had several friends who were kind enough to send me stickers that I was able to add. So I'm pretty happy with this layout. It just has a little extra space that I'll fill in eventually. This was from a blind box that I think I bought myself or possibly got as a gift. I might have bought it myself when I had some Amazon credit a couple of years ago. I love Stranger Things, and it's just on this page. I think these are gummy letters. I don't think they're pasta letters in the background. I don't know why this felt Stranger Things to me, but it did. So I just threw that on with some stickers I had. And then again, I got some Pez dispensers with some of the Stranger Things characters. So I used packaging materials. Scoops Troop, excuse me. Can't spell America without Erica. I loved this season. This was such a good season. And I just used some letter stickers and random stuff and did this little Stranger Things section. Again, more blank pages. This was from my last trip to the Bronx Zoo, which was it last year? It was last year. Gosh, it feels so long ago. But I went with my husband and my friend Mary and her husband John and our friend Eva, and we had the most wonderful time. We had such a good time, and our amazing friend Jen, who was a volunteer at the Bronx Zoo, actually got us comp tickets, which was so lovely. So we were able to all go and, you know, have fun with Jen. Jen has since moved to the West Coast, where she's from originally, but I know she's still having great experiences and fun with animals, and I'm really happy for her. She's starting a new life out there, and I know it's going to be great. And that is just from the Dinosaur Safari, which is one of the experiences you can do. And I cut up the field guide. I used my ticket and my husband's ticket for the design on the back. This was just our parking pass. And again, you can just cut up brochures. You could do whatever you like for your junk journal. Again, blank. See this again, this is a little harder to work with because it's super babyish. But what you can do is, if you have your own scrapbook paper, you can just cut it out to roughly the size of the page and just glue that right over the top and just completely change the page, which is what I might do because I don't know how I'm going to make that work for, you know, non-baby things. We'll see. Me oh my, again, can fit anyone, any theme. We've got this little duck with the little ducklings. This is from, I don't even want to show this. It's from a cat cafe where I volunteered and was fired. Yes, my girlfriend and I were fired from the cat cafe because the owner's mother had a personal agenda against us. And I actually really kind of hate that I did that. I may have to take those cards out of there and make it something else cattish because it really hurts my heart that people could be so unkind and that the owner didn't have our backs and whatever. But yeah, I didn't even realize that was in there. So I'm certainly not advertising a place that's run by cruel people. But anyway, How do you fire a volunteer, an unpaid volunteer? I don't get it. But anyway, this is blank still, obviously. This is also blank. Cool, must be genetic. I just think that's cute. This one just says zip it with a pacifier. Again, I'll find a way to improvise and make the baby theme work. And then there's just a stork. That would be easy enough to cover if I want to with another sticker or some other, cutout. And we've got jacks playing and swings, which are, I never knew how to play jacks, but I still like going on swing sets, so I'll find a way to use that. This one I started to do, I guess, at one point, but I didn't fill out all 10 things yet. I had words that fit. 10 little bitty things to love about you, and you is supposed to, I guess, be the baby you're theming this on, but it's for myself because it's to motivate myself. So, heart, empowered, sunshine, so sweet, adorbs, perfect, and very cool. Don't necessarily think those things about myself, but it's to be motivational. And we got this awesome star section here, so I can do something cool with that. God, I'm so sad that I saw that from the Cat Cafe. That really just brought me down. And my friend Debbie could testify that we just got so screwed by those people. It's just amazing to me that people could be so... They could run a cat cafe, a place that's about getting cats adopted, and be so hateful. That it is what it is. This is just like some motivational stuff that, again, would be appropriate for a baby. So again, I may just put some paper over that. A rocking chair, I mean, who doesn't like that? A lot of stuff I still need to do. Showered with love. Again, I guess ideally for a baby shower, but anybody could be showered with love. It's a shower of rain and hearts. So how cute is that? And then we've got this one that just says, hey baby, but again, that could be anyone talking to anyone. So easy enough to adapt to an adult book. I love writing carousels, so this will be fun to do. I obviously haven't done a lot of this book yet, as you can see. This one, I just kept it so simple. And this is, again, probably an example of a page that had a really babyish thing. So this was the back. This is a page actually from an old calendar. So I just cut that out, covered up the part that was relating to babies, just added a couple stickers, and boom, there's a page. So it could be as simple or as complicated as you want it to be. This one just has party streamers. Delish with the spilled Cheerios, which I do still like Cheerios, and that would be me because I'm klutzy. This one has just the pastel rainbow sprinkles and polka dots. So cute. We're getting up to the part I did today. This is just adorable because Half Pint just always reminds me of Little House on the Prairie. I love that show, so that's pretty cute. And this is all I did today. Just a little bit. I'm going to work on some when I get off this video. But this duct tape was from the package my friend Elise sent me from her family, the Revals. You can see that video a few back if you wish. And then on that package was this little gift tag and this sticker, which is a picture of Elise's children and her husband Joe, Jeremy and Rihanna. So I stuck that in here to save for the memories. And then this was from one of the gifts that the Revolve family gave me. And then up here we have, I just got a gift from my friend Jeannie yesterday, and this was the envelope the card was in. So I just cut out and used some corner rounders to save it because I like to remember other people's handwriting. Stuck some little stickers on, and then stuck these stickers on here. So I'm just getting started on this section. But again, I was like, what am I going to do with this duct tape? It's just a little extra piece of duct tape. I just saved a strip because it was really pretty. I think it looks really cute with this paper. I mean, this is not obviously necessarily holiday or Christmas paper, but it worked. So I just went with it. This one says, let's roll with the baby stroller or carriage. But again, let's roll is a common expression. So that could be, doesn't have to literally mean you're pushing a baby in a stroller. And then we just have the alphabet over here and plain paper. And then, whew, what a ride. And then that's the end of the book. And then you just have the solid color at the end. And then back here is a folder. So if you want to, it's not got a lot of room. So it's really, really, really tight. But you could stick supplies you want to use in the back of the album. But yeah, these are really, really fun to do. And in case you can't tell or couldn't tell, there's all just different letters and stars, and they are not embossed. I don't know what the opposite of embossing is. Debossed, maybe? Like instead of being raised, they're impressions. And it looks kind of like a quilt, and it's just adorable. And the back is just solid and has this little logo, and it's like cardboard, and then this is sort of like a fabric tape over it, and that's how the book came. So I'm going to do some more work on my junk journal. I'm just going to really quickly show you, just again to give you an example. Like, I have done several other junk journals in the past, and one of the things I'm going to use is this. I love the packaging from Celestial Seasonings Teas. I think they're adorable. And how do you make good use of that? You obviously don't need to save a cardboard box. I cut off this rectangle and I stick it right in my junk journal. I just think that is so cute. Is that a little bear and a fox skiing? Why not, you know? You can use whatever you like. And this is just my box full of random detritus that I'm going to be using, all kinds of things. This is an envelope that I got a friend mail in for my friend Mandy. It has our addresses on the back, but I love it. It's holographic and so pretty. I may cut shapes out of it. I may actually just glue it in like this and use the envelope if it's, yeah, it's still actually in really good shape, and I could just put little things inside there. That's another fun thing to do. If you have stuff you don't necessarily want to glue down because maybe you want to look at both sides of it, you can stick it in an envelope in your junk journal. These are just little fabric flowers. I think these were table decor at my great aunt's birthday party, and I think these stars might have been as well, or a baby shower or something. I'm all about repurposing things, so if I find stuff like that, I'll use it. These are just some I can't think of the fabric this is. Not fabric, the paper this is. There's a word for this kind of sheer paper, but I can't think of it. But you can, you know, do stuff like this. Just all sorts of punch outs and things that I've cut out. These, I think all these words are like from either scrapbook paper or old calendars. I have some game room tickets from Nathan's, which is one of my favorite places that closed here on Long Island a few years ago. There are still locations, but the one that I loved, where my husband and I actually had our first date, a little bit of trivia, I got these tickets from playing, you know, different games. So those are just a fun memento that I can glue in there. These are just some little Valentine's lenticular, I think they call these when they make the design change like that. Valentine's that I got for like a penny from some dollar store, like on clearance years ago. I'm not going to go through all of it, but again, I have tons of gift cards. These are ones I just recently got from Walmart with all kinds of fun designs on them. It's another like lenticular, if that's the right word. Just so cute. And then I do occasionally use regular glue stick. This is just some baby scissors. This is my corner rounder. Just all sorts of cutouts and punch outs and different things that I use in my junk journal. And these are actually bookmarks that I made, just cut out from scrapbook paper. And this Minnie Mouse bow one, I think, was packaging from a bottle of perfume. And I just cut that because I really liked the design of it. But I'm going to end this now because you guys have heard me ramble enough. But if you decide you want to get into junk journaling, you don't have to buy a quote-unquote proper junk journal. You can literally start with something as basic as going to the Dollar Tree and getting yourself a, I would recommend, as opposed to a spiral book, I would say maybe a composition notebook, because then you've got that really hard, thick cover that's going to protect your work. And then obviously you would just have lined pages in it. But if you're okay with that, and, you know, they're thin, the paper would be thin, but if it's just a hobby that you want to dabble in and you don't know how into it you're going to be, you know, you don't need to invest a lot of money. You can literally just buy the book. There are tape runners at the Dollar Tree, not the one that I showed you. They don't have as much adhesive in them, but you can get tape runners at the Dollar Tree. You could get certainly a glue stick, just a more traditional type of glue stick like that. You can get scissors at the Dollar Tree, or not the Dollar Tree specifically, any dollar store. or Walmart or wherever. And you can start this hobby for like next to no money. And it's a really great way, if you're like me and you hoard things and you're a memory keeper and you want to be creative, to just put some of that stuff that you've been just holding on to good use. It's like, how scrapbooking began. I think people just made so many photo albums and they were fun to look at, but to look at a scrapbook page where you actually write down the names of the people in the pictures or where you were or when the events took place just makes them all that much more special. So I guess that's how junk journaling sort of began. And then just on my lid here, I just have a couple of stickers that I got on card envelopes, and I try to save them too. If people put stickers on card envelopes, I do try to peel them off and save them. And like this one says Crystal Light and just has some crystals. I don't remember where I got it. It's got a bunch of cat fur on the back probably, and it's not totally adhesive now, but I will use my tape runner. And then this one is just a puffy sticker with I guess that's supposed to, yeah, it's got a paw on it, so I guess that's supposed to be pet food, so I'll use that on a cat page. But yeah, it's just really a fun hobby, and it's when I can motivate myself, it helps keep me sane-ish. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it's long again, but you know, sometimes shit's long. That's how it works. But I hope you enjoyed. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll be back soon with more stuff. Bye.